Hey everyone, welcome back. This evening I am using Highland Spring Soap Company Forge. Don't know if this is still available. If it is, there'll be a link to it below, as well as the scent notes, because I can't remember the scent notes, but it does smell really dang good. Really good. Very cologne-esque. Can't remember what it is, but it's a tallow-based soap. It is 4 ounces. Again, all the information will be below if it's still available. 3 days worth of growth. Been extremely busy as of late between work and family and other extracurricular activities. The brush this evening, the Mega Evo. The lather has been whipped up in the HCNC leather bowl, and the razor. Generally, anytime we need to get a close shave or take down multiple days worth of growth, if I'm using a Chevette and want a good close shave, I use a Chevette. I generally go with the IBC just because I love that razor. And for whatever reason, I seem to get closer shaves with the Chevette than most DEs. Just because this is a longer growth. I won't get into the whiskers there. And that they're just painting it on. So like I said, I've been pretty busy, hence why it's been a minute since my last video. Part of that is that time of year again, where I went to Tennessee for a slingshot shoot. Razor, IBC with a Feather Pro Super Blade. So anyway, back to my Tennessee trip. Unlike previous years where I have flown, I drove this year. Yes, I drove. I took my trailer. Left on Monday after work, went down to, and I didn't go the fast way of I-70 because parts of the 70 were still closed due to snow and wind and dangerous conditions. So I went down on the 40 and across. So I went down to New Mexico, to Albuquerque, and straight over. I say straight, but 40 kind of winds a little bit, but. So my drive out there one way, a little over 2,000 miles. Drive home was more than that because it took detours to like Four Corners and a Pueblo, indigenous people, Native American, Indian, whatever you want to call it, PC term is these days, ruins. Very cool. I've been there in high school, junior high, haven't been back since. Same with Four Corners. But when I went out there, I left Monday after work, so I drove down to my office, which is 48 miles away. Worked for a little bit on the Monday. Stayed at a family friend's house, 3 hours south of my office. And got up, had breakfast, got kind of ready, hit the road. Admittedly, had the road later than I wanted to that day, but friends decided I was going to turn that down. Stopped in New Mexico. outside of Albuquerque on the way out. And I can't remember where I stopped on the other next stop. I was in Arkansas. I stopped in Arkansas on the way out, and then in Tennessee. So I went from Utah to Tennessee, left Monday, arrived Thursday. Was there all day Friday, all day Saturday. Took care of something in town on Sunday morning. Started driving home. Made it to Arkansas. I was trying to get to Oklahoma, but didn't. So I made it to Arkansas. The next day I drove from Arkansas all the way through Oklahoma, all the way through Highland, Texas, past Albuquerque, up into some reservations. That was a 13-hour travel day. That's getting gas and whatnot. But 13 hours then on the way home, stopped at my friend's house again, 3.5 hours south of my office. I had to go back to work on Wednesday. But because I'd driven so much the day before, I had some free time. So that's when I went to Four Corners. And the ruins, and had a blast. Spent a couple hours at the ruins walking around, cooked lunch because in my trailer, so I pulled out a stove and cooked something for lunch. Enjoyed my time. Then went to my friend's house, had dinner. I woke up really early in the morning, hit the road before dark, like something around 5 or so. I got to the office by 9. Worked for a couple hours, most of the day. Left the office about 3 o'clock or so, so I could beat rush hour traffic with the trailer. Came home and finished the day working. Went back to the office on Friday. So all in all, the round trip was over 4,000 miles from Monday to the next Wednesday. A lot of fun. Got home. Parents asked, of course, if I had a good time. He also asked if I'd make that drive again, or if I'd drive out there again. I said I would, but hopefully next year, because it's going to be in May, next year, the first weekend. I said, hope because it's later in the year. I'll be able to go through Wyoming. And because going down south through New Mexico and southern Utah added 5 hours one way to the trip. See which way to go. We're gonna cross the green. Okay. But I realized one thing. Long road trips by myself, not a problem. I didn't mind the long drives. I could just go, listen to tunes, and just overall enjoy it. I will say, I miscalculated some time. I got to Albuquerque at rush hour traffic, which sucked. So I had to go through part of town to get from the little highways down from the mountains in southern Utah to get to the connect to the 40 in Albuquerque. So rush hour in Albuquerque, not fun. And then I had a delay one morning of a couple hours getting out. And I drove through Nashville during rush hour. And that took 2 hours. Now here's the dumb thing with the 40 in Nashville. So you drive along on the 40. You're like, all right, you want to stay on the 40? Left 2 lanes, half a mile. So you get over to the left 2 lanes. You go down. Half a mile later, 40 east, right 2 lanes. So you gotta get over. You do that, things happen. Within 0.3 of a mile, I-40 east, left 2 lanes. So you gotta go left, right, left, all in the span of like 3 miles. So I was doing that during rush hour with a trailer. Not fun. Luckily, the majority of individuals in Nashville were kind. I hit my blinker, see if I need to get over to on the 40. And the weirdest thing happened. They let me in. Good job, Nashville. I appreciate it. We're coming home on Sunday. Really heavy traffic in Nashville. I had 2 individuals who were just massive jerks when I hit my blinker and tried to stay on the 40. They cut me off so I couldn't get over. In a row. But then someone behind them let me in so I could stay on the highway I needed, or the freeway. But yeah, driving out there, not bad. I enjoyed that I was able to take a detour, or 2 detours on the way home. Seeing my good friends in Tennessee and those that are from other states, like I had some friends from Maryland come to this event that I hadn't seen since 2016. Had some friends in the Carolinas. They came. I haven't seen them since like 2020, so it's been like 3 years since I saw them. Friends from Georgia, Alabama, Ohio, Illinois. They all came. One of my friends from Missouri couldn't make it this year. But a good chunk of my friends were there, and it was amazing. I don't usually go the other way. A lot of fun shooting. Of course, you get that many people together that are good friends. You know, a lot of ribbing took place. Just, had an amazing time. Absolutely loved it there. Can't wait till next year already. The campground was a lot of fun. I enjoyed camping there. Had my teardrop with me. Was able to get that backed in and parked and camp set up and all that, no issues. Really second time ever backing in. after driving 2,000 plus miles. So I didn't have reservations at any place. I just drove, found a rest area, found an area that I could park that wasn't going to hinder the long haul truck drivers. Pulled off and went to sleep. Woke up in the morning, had breakfast, and hit the road. The first night when I was in Albuquerque, or outside of Albuquerque, east, there was I woke up in the morning and I was parked in a trucker stall, one of those long trailer ones you could pull in with the trailer and all that. Pulled it all the way, of course. Right behind me was another truck with a teardrop. So I had my teardrop and then another teardrop behind me. It's really cool. So this is a fun trip. Hopefully, if I remember while I'm doing the editing for this video, I have inserted some photos over this while I'm talking. And you can see kind of what it was. A beautiful area, absolutely gorgeous. Love Eastern Tennessee. Oh man, that was a great shave. Nice and smooth. Anyway, thank y'all for tuning in. I kind of apologize for the length of time in between videos, but like I said, work has been crazy busy. I got back from Tennessee the following week. I got to go live for the project I'm working on for over a year at this point. I finally went live. But we had a go live call at 4 a.m. my time. So I worked a 13-hour day. And that was followed by 2 11-hour days. Not long when you think of things in the grand scheme, 11 hours. But I did not sleep past 5 a.m. last week. So a very long week. But they're live, still doing a little bit of support until they're completely done. Then I can transition them off to the support team and be done. Start more projects. Anyway, I am rambling now. So thank y'all for tuning in. Like I said, release is going to be kind of sporadic simply because work is crazy busy. So having back issues, those have been pretty good as of late. So hopefully they stay. The back issues are kind of hopefully at bay for a little while. And let's just see what happens. Again, I'm rambling. So thanks for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed, hit the button below, all the algorithmic garbage that YouTube does. And I'll catch y'all next time.